Hi, Dan Pinkowski coming to you today here in Shenzhen, China. I want to get into a topic today which is very important, which is key breathing. A lot of people who do Hapkido don't even include this in the art. And I tell people, you know, if you go to a place that says they do Hapkido and they don't have judo mats, and they don't do falling, they don't do key breathing, they don't do another exercise called Dojin Bop, which I'll get into as a series of that too. Then they're really not teaching Hapkido. I don't know what they're teaching, but it must include these exercises. All the grandmasters that I trained with, Kwang Sik-hyun, Kwang Sik-myung, Ji-han Jae, I went to some of his seminars, trained a lot with Insen Suh in Korea. All of them really emphasize this key breathing. There's many different ways and methodologies of doing this depending upon what you're doing. A lot of them go into techniques. I use them actually for practicing the students for blocking. What I want to do today is just go over some basic ones. I'll go over some key breathing techniques that you can use for key blocking. My style is Hanpul, so we don't do the hard Taekwondo style blocks, even though we learn them. Most of our blocks are what we call soft key blocks, and I'll get into that in the next video. But basically, one thing you want to understand that the mind moves the energy, and basically you want to make sure that the spine is straight when you're doing this. The breath lasts as long as the movement lasts as long as the breath, and you want to make sure that they're coordinated together so there's a rhythmic pattern that goes along with this. The pattern should be that the same rate of speed that my hands extend out is the same rate of speed that my legs descend down, so that you have this coordination as my fingers are opening up and as I'm extending out, my weight is dropping underside. We'll get into a whole series of key exercises. Again, when I have my assistant here next week, I'll be making a whole series of videos on throwing and how these are applied. Right now, these are just basic introductions. So, first thing you want to understand is you want to kind of imagine that you're hanging from a string at the top of your head so your spine is straight. You're gazing off to an infinity. Your tongue is in the roof of your mouth. Reason we do this is because there's a grand circulation of two channels. There's the dew and the Ren meridian. We have the conception vessel and the governing vessel. The governing vessel ends at your putrix, which is between your nose and upper lips, and then the other ending point is your tailbone, and that's your governing vessel. Your conception vessel starts at your anus and then basically ends here at this little dimpled chin area right above your chin and lower lip. By having your teeth together and the tongue up in the roof of your mouth and your hip kind of pulled in, it connects all the sockets so that you get this grand circulation. In order to have the connection up here, you must have your tongue up in the roof of your mouth. So teeth are together, tongue up in the roof of the mouth, and breathing in through the nose as you do this so that you're getting this grand circulation of qi. Very important that you do these. Having the mouth open, not having the tongue up in the roof of the mouth, you're not going to get the true qi circulation that you should be doing when you're doing these exercises. The emphasis is to energize and focus and push all of the energy out through the hands. Because most of the stuff we're doing joint locks, we're destroying the wrist, we're destroying the elbow, destroying the shoulder. These are the areas that we're attacking the most. And this key breathing exercise basically helps us to guide our energy and project our energy. This is in the help of advanced techniques, because certain techniques have a certain pathway that they flow on and a certain way that the energy is directed with your whole body. These are a very must for every beginning student. Key breathing is very important. Also, you as instructors, I would sometimes, you know, you do a whole exercise class and a routine with push-ups, sit-ups, jumping jacks, all of these other things and stretching. I would suggest every once in a while to do a 15-minute exercise, just nothing but keep breathing, and you'll be surprised what the students will complain about how tired and how sore their hands and forearms are from doing this technique. Sometimes I would do this where we would do, you know, 200, 300 different key breathing exercises, and by the time we were done with the last set, the students were just whining and complaining that their fingers are so tired they can't lift their wrist, their forearms are sore. This is a very good thing to do, especially if you want to develop them to high-level black belts. This is very, very key. The first basic one we're going to get into is basically a shoulder width apart. Again, the tongue is in the roof of the mouth, spine straight, you're gazing to an infinity. And as soon as I take the breath in, as soon as it goes in, I'm going to instantaneously open my fingers and drop my knees in coordination. Boom. And now from here, I'm going to project out, key, and then down. And from here, I'm going to release my air, down, and resettle, regather all of my energy. Try not to do these very fast. Try to do them where there's a pause in between, where you accumulate your energy to do your next key breathing exercise. You want to do them slowly, but in rhythmic pattern. Again, number 2, key, and out. And 3, and I'll do one here from the side so people can see. Here, spreading, key out. Now once I get here, I kind of key down a little bit. This works the internal ligaments and tendons to stretch them and make them strong, and then back again. These can be variated. Another one that we do is just going straight up. As I do this, I'm going to look upward and key up. And then down again, one more. And again. Okay. We're going to have a whole series on this key breathing. I'm going to show hundreds of different key breathing exercises and actually some of the applications that be used in self-defense. We'll get into the key blocking. In fact, that'll be one of the next videos I'm going to make here. Again, just look for it. It'll say key breathing exercises, part 1, part 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have a whole series of these. So again, Dan Pinkowski coming to you here from Shenzhen, China. Hope to see you soon again. Like and subscribe. And if you have other students or friends that are Hapkido enthusiasts, please have them get to my channel, subscribe, and like, because I'm going to be giving a lot of good information. I got 50 years up here wrapped up in my head, and we're going to be dishing that out. I felt the next couple of years I might as well give all of this knowledge I've learned in Korea and China and the Philippines and traveling all over the United States to the rest of the people, because I feel that, you know, Hapkido is becoming, you know, watered down, and it's becoming kind of like a McDojo, you know. This all happened after Youngsan Che died in 1988, and then everybody just started buying certificates, you know. You just had the money, you got your next rank, you didn't have to prove. Alrighty, we'll see you soon. Dan Pinkowski signing up. We'll catch you on the flip side.